Hi everyone, I'm Miranda from Smart Mama Smart Kids Parenting, and I'm talking to you today about Toddler Discipline 101. Now, just before we keep on going, I release videos like this every single week. So don't forget, hit the bell, subscribe, and you'll receive a notification when another video comes up that's going to help you be the best parent that you can be to your small children. All right, so this is not going to go really deep into toddler discipline, but it is going to tell you some really important things that you need to know when you are disciplining your toddler. First thing that I need to pop up here is discipline and punishment are two completely different things. Okay, I've got a video on discipline versus punishment and I will find it for you and tag it below. But discipline and punishment are two totally different things. All right, so discipline comes from the point of view of teaching your child discipline. Okay, punishment comes from the point of view of punishing your child for something they have done. Okay, when we are talking about toddlers, when we're talking about small children up to age 6, 7, even older than that, punishing your kids is not necessarily the best way to go about things. Disciplining them, on the other hand, is all about teaching them how to have, the idea is that at the end, they have got internal self-discipline. Okay, am I talking about eating too much chocolate? Not necessarily. Am I talking about that sort of stuff that I'm trying to stop in my 30-day reboot? Obviously, to a point, that is self-discipline. Yes, it is. But what we want to be doing is teaching our toddlers, disciplining our toddlers, so that at the end of the day, the end game is that our kids can understand what they are supposed to do in life when hard situations come up. Are they meant to throw their food against the wall? No, they're not. So end of the day, you want your kids to know that they don't throw their food against the wall. You want your kids to know that they don't take things from other people. They don't hit other people. All those sorts of things are what you want them to know. Okay, so how do we go about that? We go about it by discipline. Now, discipline for me is very important. Okay, I've talked about this numerous times, but one of the things that I talk about consistently is the need for boundaries with kids. And anyone who knows me and my kids knows that I am happy to do heaps of stuff. My kids can do heaps of things and I let them do heaps of things. But when it comes to boundaries, if there are no boundaries, kids do not feel safe. Okay, so for me, my positive parenting stuff is all about helping children feel safe, helping them develop at the optimum level and for their age, and also helping give them independence, give them power in their learning and in their lives, so that we're not having those power struggles, so that we are also doing lots and lots of things with them and creating that safe, authentic, really good for growth environment for our children. As you do that with your kids, you end up with a wonderful environment in your family, or as better than it could be, right, in your family. Okay, so that is what we are working towards. So all that aside, thanks Miranda for that great information. How do I go about disciplining my toddler? Your first thing you need to do when you are disciplining your toddler is stop. And I don't mean in the moment, I mean when you're starting to think about implementing this with your children, toddlers or older, stop, think about it. What is my purpose behind this? Why am I doing this? I've just talked about that a little bit now, but if your child is hitting other children, and you need to do something about it because you need to, okay, have a think about if this is happening consistently, have a think about what is actually my purpose behind disciplining my child. It's to stop them hitting everyone else. What are we teaching them? Teaching them not to hit other people and teaching them that they don't need to, right? That's what we're doing. Okay, so how can I go about this? You can see how stopping and thinking about it actually helps you go, okay, this is what I need to be doing. All right, how am I going to go about that? That's the next step. Stop, think about it. What am I actually trying to achieve? Second thing, how am I going to go about it? Okay, lots of parents do things like put their kids in timeout, so they remove their child totally from themselves and the situation. That does something really good in that it moves the child from the situation. But in my house, we don't do time out, we do time in, which means my kids do not leave my presence. okay, until they're older, like so 7 or 8 year olds, yeah, all right, I could probably send them to their room and they understand. But when they're really little, toddlers, using those sorts of discipline where you send your child away, it might work for some kids, it might work for some parents, but in my house, it did not work. It worked, but it worked in that the child felt completely removed from me and did not know what to do with their emotions, did not know how to start learning how to manage those things. So as someone who, that's really, really important to me that they learn those things when they're little, because when they're older, it's much harder to teach kids emotional management, right? You can do it, but it's much harder because they haven't had that, that training in that area. Okay, so for me, we do time in, which is in my kitchen. You can hear all about it. I've got a time out or time in masterclass. Okay, if you want to know more about it, please comment below, because people have gone through it and gone, this has literally changed my relationship with my toddler and my intentions towards discipline. Okay, so that's really, really helpful. But some of the other things you need to know about discipline are that you need to get your mindset in the right space. You need to get your mindset in the right space. Why are you doing discipline? You're not doing discipline because you're trying to hurt your child. I'm being interrupted. Hello.
Mama,
Thanks, dude.
I finished.
Thanks, bud. You finished. Thanks, dude. Okay, we are not doing discipline because we want to hurt our child. Okay, we are doing discipline because we're trying to help our kids. Okay, we're trying to teach them discipline. We're trying to teach them how to look after themselves. We're trying to teach them how to look after other people. Okay, we're not rolling in there trying to make them in pain or hurt them. Okay, if you are doing that, you're probably coming from the punishment side of things, and that's, you know, that's all right, but let's, you know, you can go about it in a different way. Okay, so we're not going in there, so we need to drop the guilt. Okay, if you are a parent, if you are doing the best that you know how to do, if you are doing everything you know how to do and it's not working for you, find out, sort someone out, come and talk to someone like me or someone like, you know, your health nurse. If you've got really little kids, you might still be seeing a health nurse. You can talk to your doctor, you can talk to your friends. Okay, there are lots of different people that know lots of really helpful things. Some not so helpful, fair enough. Some in the same boat as you. You find out something good, share it with them. It's perfect. Okay, so if you don't know what to do, if you're feeling guilty, okay, number one, if you're doing the best by your child, do everything you can to drop the guilt. Okay, number two, find out how you can get better. If this is not working for you and you feel really, really about doing it, which is what I felt when I was putting my daughter in timeout in her room or in timeout somewhere removed from me, that's how I felt. So I was like, I'm not doing this. We aren't doing this. Well, this is not working and we're not doing this. So for me, that's when I devised the timing method that I use. I'd heard bits of it around, but I've come up with the method that I use. That's why we do it. Okay, so basically when you're talking about toddler discipline, understand you're doing it for the health and well-being of your child and their future relationships. Because if your child has self-discipline people are the people that make the change. They are the people that know how to step up and go, this is what I know how to do. They're the people that learn, okay? Self-disciplined people are people that don't know everything, but they are people that are prepared to learn, prepared to change things, and prepared to take action when they need to. If you do not want that for your child, fair enough, but that is definitely what I want for my kids. I want them to be self-disciplined, and in order for them to be self-disciplined, I have to teach them how to. Okay, so that's what I like about toddler discipline. Okay, no one loves it. If you think you're going to love it, you're wrong. Okay, disciplining your kids isn't that fun. Okay, but if you can stick it out and do it with connection and love and peace and understanding, and at their level, at their developmental level, that is really, really important. Okay, and lastly, in my little spiel here about toddler discipline, lastly, toddlers and all children, every person, if you need to discipline your child, I should say when you need to discipline your child, it needs to be appropriate for them. It needs to be appropriate. Okay, so I'm not going to discipline my 2-year-old in the same way that I would my 7-year-old. That's not going down because she understands what's going on, right? She's a little person. He's a little person too, but he's a very, very small little person. Okay, so we need to be aware of what our child can understand. Small children, toddlers, they need instant gratification, right? They can't wait till you've made a peanut butter sandwich. They're crying for it already. Okay, they also need instant reaction or instant discipline sometimes. You can't say, excuse me, next time we come here, you can't do that. They don't get it. Okay, they do not understand it. It's, hey, you just hit someone else in the head with a bat, you can lose the bat. I'm going to take the bat away from you now and you're moving away. That's the sort of stuff that we need to do with kids, all right? It needs to be fairly instant, okay? So anyway, that's my discussion on Toddlers 101. Come here, bud.
Watching cameras.
Okay, well, we'll turn it off. That's my take on Toddlers 101. Okay, I've got my own. I know what's going on. All right, so anyway, if you would like to find out more about my time out or time in masterclass, okay, please pop up or comment, anything like that. Double tap this if you like, but I would love anyone who is interested to get in contact with me because it has literally given people the tools that they wish they had. Okay, so there you go. Anyway, Fletchy and I are gonna take a hike now and have a great day, guys. See you later. Do you want to find out how you can help your small child with their emotions rather than be confrontational? Well, I'm Miranda and I would love to help you and love to share some great resources with you. First of all, if you look in the description below, you can grab my free printable for mamas. Okay, it's all about how to react when your child is having a meltdown. That's completely free. You can grab it. There's a link in the description below. Also in the description is an invitation for you to my free emotions webinar. It's called 5 Truths Your Child Needs You to Know About Emotions. It goes for around 45-50 minutes. It's lots and lots of information, and it will also present another amazing invitation to you as a mum of a small child. Okay, if you're interested in either of those, check in the description below. Otherwise, check me out on smartmamasmartkids.com. I've got blogs, I've got more freebies, I've got heaps of really great information on there. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell below so you can grab a notification each time one of my videos goes live. Okay, have a wonderful day and I can't wait to see you more around the Smart Mama Smart Kids place. See ya.